Okay, beautiful moment again. Today it's time to look at this project, Python ifelse loop and functions. I believe you enjoy your programming journey and it's been a while, guys. But before we jump right in, I just want to explain a concept. Meanwhile, before you can go ahead to look through the resources provided here. All right, they are very important and you will learn a lot from them. But I would like to show you a resource which I will explain a concept with. As we look at what we have today. Let me just put this on. Okay, so since we are talking about if else, I have what I prepared already in Jupyter Notebook, Python if else and loops. So the if statement, you should know that it's used to make decisions in your code. It helps the computer determine what action to take based on certain condition. So it can be simple if statement, a simple if, which is used to make a decision based on a single condition. If this is true, then execute this or print this. Then you have the if else. An if else statement checks a condition to provide an alternative instruction. If this is true, if this is false, then do this. If this is not true, then the other part should be true. That's what it is called the if else part. If this is true, if this is not true, then you print the other one. You can see a list of statement provided here. If one is not true, you execute the other. Then we have the if else chain. Okay, understand this part. This one, this stands for else if. Okay, it handles multiple conditions and provide different instruction based on each condition. You have if, else if, else if, else if. You can have as many as possible, okay, before you have finally else. So these are loops and conditions. Back to what we have. Back to what we have today. Okay, so yeah, you can read the requirement time and again to get a hold of what is expected. But anyway, you should have a readme file in the project directory. Okay, then a readme file in the repo rather, than a readme file in the directory you are creating for this project. Then okay, basically that should be it, and your file should be executable. All right, that's very important. You take note of that. So yeah, the quiz are here, but we'll have a different video for that. Okay, so all right, this is it. So we jump right to look at what we have. So all right, so I'm going to have this session. I'll split the screen so that I'll be able to do this rightly so that you can see what we are doing here. Okay, first, if you open this, then you will want to make your directory. As you can see, this is the repo. You know, this is supposed to be the second project. So this is the repo for your higher level programming. Then you have this directory which you are about to create now. So what you are going to do, first you copy this. Don't forget we'll create a readme inside that. So you copy this, then you come here, mkdir to make a directory. It's quite slow. All right, so I'm going to paste this here. All right, so after that you hit enter. It's going to make that directory, so we can go ahead to cd into that directory. So I still have what I copied, enter, so cd. All right, directory created. As you can see, we're already in the 0 times 1 Python ifelse loop. So let me to just shift this a little further so that we can have more space here. All right, so what we want to do, we want to create a readme file inside this directory which we just created. So I'll do vi readme.md. Okay, so I'm not writing much. You can, go ahead to put in the content of your readme. I'll just leave it as simple as this. So I'll do column WQ. I'll write and quit or save and quit that. Okay, we have created our directory and have our first file, which is the readme file inside. So what we want to do, we want to go ahead to start working on the task. So follow closely, because you can see we are just doing this from the scratch. We don't have the files. As you can see, it's just, if I list now, you see that we have only the readme file. I don't know, this is quite slow. You can see we only have the readme file here. So I'm going to show you from scratch how you do this. All right, at least the basics, so that you understand what we are doing here. So what we want to do now, we want to go ahead to create the first file. All right, positive, anything is better than negative. This program will assign a random signed number to the variable number each time it's executed. Complete the source code. That means you are giving a source code here to complete. Okay, so just let me open that and let it load, so that I'll show you the content of that, and I will explain what they ask us to do there. So first, I'm gonna put this, I'll copy this. This is the file name for the first task we are doing. So I'll just copy it from here, and I'll come over here. I'll do vi. I'm going to paste that in. All right, so okay, so I'll leave that, and I'll come here. So you can see this is what they want us. This code has been provided, so they just want us to complete it, a number that assigned a random number to. So I'll just pick this from here. They already gave us this, so, and I'll put that here. I'll just paste it here. That is what we have been given. So they just want us to complete the code and write something so that it can do what we want it to do. So remember, we are trying to write a code that assigns a random number. So what I want to do, I'll just go ahead to complete this source code, and by you doing if number, since they already gave us a specification, number is greater than 0. So I'll give it column to do. Okay, so I'll do print. I'll do format spec. I'll use a format specifier. No, this is quite slow. I'll use a format specifier. There should be no space when you are typing that. I can either do a double. I could either do this, use this double quote, or I could use a single quote. Either one, just ensure you are consistent with what you are using. So I could use this double quote if I'm doing my format specifier, or I could use the single one. So let's just use the double for now, since we are doing this for the first time here. So then I'll open my curly brace. It's quite slow. Okay, just bear a little with us. So going to do numbers. This is called string formatting. Take note, we are formatting the string. The number is positive. Okay, then I'm going to close this. All right, so I'll go ahead to have another else if statement, which we talked about just now. Else if number else if number is exactly equal 0. Let me just put it paste there, 0, then colon, and I want to put a statement print, then I want to use my format specifier again. So since I'm printing something else, so let me just, to make it easy, I just pull this from here. Just paste it here. Okay, so this now it's, I have to ensure that this is where I arrange. Okay, so it has to be on the same level with the other print statement. But this time we are not having a positive number again. We want to, if number is exactly 0, print format specifier number is 0. Okay, just like that. Then we close that. Then again, we'll come down here to write another. Then we have, finally, we have an else statement. So I'll go ahead to do else, then else, I'll print again, since I copied that already, let me just paste it here. Okay, so else I want to print number is negative. So these are the 3 conditions here. Okay, number is negative. So okay, so this is the code we have. First, you can see that we have this first line. This is called the shebang line. Okay, then we have this, the shebang or hash bang. You have this parts. Basically, what this is using Unix like operating system to indicate how to execute a script. So we have this stands for user, which is in this part. Then this stands for bin, which is a directory here. So it means that Python 3 should be used to run the script, basically. So we are importing random, and random is a module which help in generating random numbers or making random choices in Python. And we have this random.randint function. We want to use that to generate a number, a random number between -10 and 10, and that number should be stored in this variable number. And we do use some if else loop here. If number is greater than 0, print this. This is a format specifier. Note that there's no space between this and this opening quotes. So the number generated will be printed here. So this is for format specifier for formatting strings. So print this number is positive. Whatever is generated will be in this place of number. Else if, this stands for else if number is exactly 0, print number is 0, and s print is negative. So this is a format specifier, like I said. So basically this is what we have. So at the end we do escape, if colon wq. So enter. What we have to do next now, you have to make this code executable by using the chm module, which stands for change mode u plus x, then define name, so which we have here. So I'm just going to copy this from here. Sorry, put this from here like this. Okay, so I'll paste it here and now hit enter. So if I list now, it's going to make that file executable. It's rightly in green color. So we are done with that. So we just check if what we've done is correct by executing this script with this code here. All right, so copy up to that extent. So I'll just put this here. So if you hit enter, you see it's going to print a random number. -7 is negative. If you execute it again, it will print a different number. If I hit enter now, you execute again, just like that. You see, it's every time you execute that, it's going to print a random number. Just generate a random number. I'll tell you whether it's positive. 6, you see, 6 is positive. So that is that, guys. See, after we did our check here, so to be sure that what we did was correct. So that is correct. You can push or just continue working on the rest before you push. So let's create the next file. Let's quickly create the next file, which is one here. This program will assign random number to the variable. So each time it's executed, you have some code here. So you just need to complete. So I'll just open that up, and this is it. So they already gave you this. Just put that from here. Sorry, just put this. Is you're already given this. Just complete the set of code. So, oh, sorry. Just do vi and create the file. Create the file. I'll copy this and meanwhile, I'll leave the document. The document will be in the description. The document, the source code will be in the description. You can look at it from there, pull it out, work on it, and change it to your own, customize it to yours. So I'll put this here, and they already gave us something to improve on. As you can see earlier, what we were given something to improve on. I think I had it. All right, so put that from there and paste it here. So want to generate again random numbers from minus 10,000 to negative 10,000 to positive 10,000. Meanwhile, so I already wrote this out. So let me just pull it from here because I already have that written. So not to so just permit me to already prepared this. So just permit me to pull it from here to avoid trace of typing and all of that. So since it's a little later, we'll keep writing the other. So I'll just pull this from here and I'll go back to the code. And so after this is what you were given. So just continue to add that. Okay, so you just put that in. I could have typed it. Please ensure you always type out. It helps in learning. All right, just that we are, because of this, the length of this video, so I'll pull that and put it here. So basically we'll go ahead to let you know what we have here, and we have explained this, the hashbang, shebang, and Python executing this script with Python tibering interpreter. So we are importing random and a random number okay, which bring a module we call random, which help in generating random numbers. And the random number we want to generate, again using this random dot rounding function, will be between negative 10,000 to positive 10,000 as you have here, and the number will be saved in number. And if num is less than 0, last digit equals to number. This basically modulus, we are looking for the modulo. Remember, when we say modulus, we are looking for the remainder. When you divide that number by negative 10, the remainder, that's the meaning of modulus. So s, if the last digit is equals to number modulus 10, then if last digit is greater than 5, print last digit. This again, this decimal, we want to print the decimal number, and if the decimal is exactly this and is greater than 5, dot format number last digit. So you're going to put the last digit of that number. So basically, okay, what we have here is that, okay, like we explained earlier, this is the hash bang, and this is the user, and this thing should be executed in the bin directory, and we are using Python 3 to execute the script. We are importing random numbers which helps to generate random number, bring random choices in Python, and the number should be between negative 10,000 to positive 10,000. And what we want to do, this code will check if the generator number is less than 0. Okay, if it is, it calculates the remainder, then divide by minus 10. Okay, that is the number modulus. Modulus means the remainder, and I assigned it to the variable last digit, as you can see here. Whatever this gives will be assigned to last digit. So the operation helps to get the last digit of the negative number. If the generated number is non-negative, like you have here, if it's non-negative, the code calculates the remainder when divided by 10, as you have here. The remainder, when divided by 10, the remainder, that's called modulus, and assigned it to the last digit. So the operation gets to the last digit of a positive number, and the code check if the last digit is greater than 5. Okay, as you have here. If it's great, if it is, it prints a message stating that the last digit number is greater than 5. That's what this prints. So if last digit is less than 6 here, if it is less than 6 and not equal to 0, it prints a message stating that the last digit of number is less than 6 and not 0. So that's basically what this code is all about. So you put that at the end of the day, you do your escape shift column WQ. All right, so you hit enter. So we want to make the script executable. chmod to change the mode, u plus x, and we put in the name of the file name. Please just follow it closely. We know there's a lot to explain. All right, so but meanwhile, the source code will be in the description. So I'll just put this here, paste. Sorry, not this. We are here, last digit. Okay, I'll copy this and copy. So I'll come back here and paste it here. So I want to execute it, take note, and I'll do that. So if I list now, you see my 2 files are there. So again, let's check. There's a way to check here too. So what we have to do, we have to run this script with this code provided here, // last digit. So again, we'll copy this and paste it here, // last digit. So if I hit enter, all right, so you can see that it's going to do that for you. The last digit of this is 4 and it's less than 6 and not 0. So if you do it again, it's going to, it's going to randomly bring out numbers again. Going to randomly bring out numbers. So to show that what you have done is correct, you have to ensure that, right? You have to ensure what you have done is correct. So I'm taking my time. I might not. I'm taking my time to go through the basics so that you understand the basis of what we have here, and you can use that to, if we because of the length of the video, if we stop at any point, you can always take that up. So let's just, before we continue, let's push the tool we have, git add dot git commit. Let's push so that you know that we are, what we have done, though we have done our manual, we have tested here, but let's just push git commit -m. Let's add initial commit. Then git push. Let's just push what we have now. So we have pushed that. So if you come here to check now, check code, give it a little time to run, and you can see this one is checked correctly. So let's check the second one. Check code, it's running. Of course, congratulations, this is checked correctly. So you can see, please follow through so that you can get that as well. You can stop there. So this third one, we have not done this yet. We have not done this, so just want to show you that it has not been done yet. Okay, so it has, we have not, so this is what we want. I just want to show you that it has not been done. So this is what we want to do now. So let's clear here. So we want to do the third one, which is this, and it's a write a program that print the ANSI alphabet in lowercase, not followed by a new line. You can use one printf function with format, all of that. So let's copy the file name. Okay, so I'll paste this here and I'll hit enter. So let's write that. Take note of what we are writing. Write a program that prints the ANSI alphabet in lowercase, not followed by a new line. So first, we are writing a script. Always remember that. So we have to do this. Sorry. Okay, insert. So we have to do this. If column, have to input the shebang bin user slash bin slash bash. Okay, so it has to be in your script. So I'll use the for statement for I in range. Let me just write this. We do ordinal. I'll close this off and use that ordinal function, and between, we are trying to target the alphabet between A to Z. So between A to Z, and I'll do Z. So after that, every point we want to increment it, we'll do +1, right? So then we want to print out each individual characters, basically. So we do this. C stands for character, so So format, I, then we have end. We are doing end because we don't want to have this in a new line. That is why we are doing this end. So we don't want to print in a new line, just want it to be on the same line. So I believe you understand what we are saying. So basically what we are doing here, what this program is doing is we are setting up a loop that will go through each alphabet letter from A to Z, and the ordinal function give the async code or the Unicode point of a character. Okay, the ordinal function we have there, and the range create a sequence of number from the Unicode point of A to the Unicode point of Z plus 1. So from A to Z, you increment. As you move from A to Z, you increment. Then you want to, as you have the answer, you want to print out the characters, right? You want to print out the characters. So this is it. You use this. So, and this is telling you that they should be on, they should be on the same line, not followed by a new line. Take note of this statement. So that is why we have this. So do a skip, shift column WQ. All right. So again, you remember that we have to make this script executable. chmod u plus x. Then we put in the file name. All right, if I hit enter, so see that our script is executable. So we have done that, and any test file provided. So you can see that yes, this is our output. This is what we are expecting, right? This is our output. So we just run the script using this code. I'll copy from here and I'll put it here, paste. So okay, we have error. Let me look through that. Okay, what did we seem to miss? Okay, I think there's no space here. Okay, let's think there should be a space here. Okay, so let's see what we have. Escape, shift WQ. So let's execute this script. With what we have here. So again, I'll copy this. If I hit enter, So let's execute this code. I'll just come here and type this. Copy this from here. And I'll come here and I'll paste. So if I hit enter, as you can see, it's going to print the alphabet from A to Z, as you can see here. It's going to print that. So yeah, that's to tell you that what you've done is rightly correct. What you've done is correct. So rightly, you can go ahead to work on the rest. So work on the rest now. Just work on the rest, and I will explain how I came about that. So let me. Okay, since we have solved those ones, I believe you understand the basis now. So what we're going to do, I'm going to kind of show you the code and explain it, since I already wrote the code out shortly. I'll just show you what it is, and I'll give you a short explanation about that. So the next one, we have write a program that print the C alphabet in lowercase, not followed by a new line. Print all the letter except Q and E, and print function with we call it use print function. So I'll go ahead and copy this. I'll copy and vi. Please take note the source code will be in the description. So I'll paste this, and if I hit enter now, all right. So this is it. Then I'll go ahead to, like we have always said, this is the shebang or hashbang command that you have used on here, which is the bin directory. We are using Python 3 to execute the file, and we have for range of this, it will print each letter corresponding to the Unicode, like we said, Unicode point in the loop, and the column C we have here, we are printing from A to Z, right? Plus 1, which will increment every letter. So each character, the character E, right? If not E and not Q, so these two characters will be omitted while printing. All right, these two characters will not be printed along with what will be outputted. So we print each character excluding E and Q, and we end this on the same line. The character that we printed will be printed on the same line. There's no new line. So that is what we've done. And take note, this will convert the more like the ANSI code to characters, so corresponding characters. So, and this will print, will not print in a new line. We are using end because we don't want to print in a new line. So after that, you do escape, shift column, WQ. So you save and quit. And how do you check this? You come, I think there's a, okay, yeah, we test with this. We test with this to be sure that what we've done is correct. So I'll copy this and copy, and I come here, I'll paste this in. If I hit enter, as you can see, it's going to rightly print out. You see the alphabet, but the difference is that Q and E are absent from this alphabet. So I believe you understand that. So next, we go to the next one. For this, you can, okay, you can add what you have, but we'll be doing that gradually. So we go to the next one. Let me quickly do that because this video is becoming too long already. So I'll copy this, and I'll come back here. I'll do VI. I'll paste that in. So if I hit enter, it's going to show you what we have here. And what are we doing? We are trying to write a program that print all numbers from 0 to 98 in decimal and in hexadecimal as in following, right? So I'm going to print them in hexadecimal. So for num in range 0 to 9, what this line is setting up a loop. It goes through a number from 0 to 98, right? Not including, so what we are including 0, we are including 0 in our loop, but 98 is excluded, right? So it's going to loop through that one after the other and assign each number to a variable num. Okay, So we have this print this format num command num. So this line is going to print the value of num with the specific format, and it's going to be printed. It print that with the specific format. That means it's going to print that in decimal format. That is why we have this. It's going to print in decimal format. Okay. At the end of the day, it's going to return the value of num. All right. But take note that 99 is excluded. It's going to print from 0 to 98. Okay. So yeah, but take note, we didn't use n because we don't want to print it on the same line. So that's the difference between what we have and the previous one. So just go ahead and do your shift column WQ, you save and quit, and at the end of the day you come here, you run this script by typing this to be sure before you push to GitHub to be sure that what you've done is correct. I'll just come here and paste, and if I hit enter, you see it's going to exactly what we have here is going to print that out, be printed out. So let me clear my screen here, and if I do vi, the next one, write a program that prints numbers from 0 to 98. Number must be separated by comma, take note, followed by a space number. So these are the conditions you need. So I'll go ahead to copy the file name. The file name, copy it from here. Copy. So I'll paste this here. This. Hit enter. So it's going to, this is what we have. So I'll explain this already. I've overflogged this because I'll be talking about this. So explain from num. So for num in range this, we want to loop through a range of numbers from 0 to 98, excluding 99. Take note of that, and print this column, this or like a format dot format end in a new line. So this line, what this is doing, this line is going to print the value of num with a specific format, and column dot 2d is going to print that, means it will print num with at least 2 digits. All right. So at the end, it's going to add a leading 0. This 0, you have a leading 0 if necessary. So the end, this, that means this is going to be printed on the same line, right? Take note of that. Take note of that. So I'll do my escape column WQ. So I'm gonna run this script, and to run our local test to be sure what we did is correct. So I'll copy this from here, copy, paste, and if I hit enter, it's going to see, all right, you see, it's going to print that with the corresponding comma imputed as expected. So the next one, write a program that prints all possible different combination of 2 digits. Number must be separated by comma, followed by space, and all of this. So it's going to print this way. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy the file name from here, 0 print combo theory.py, copy vi, and I'm going to paste the file name here. So if I hit enter, you see that this is what we have. So just to overflog this sheet bang or hash bang command, this is the user, is going to be in the bin directory, and we are saying Python 3 because it's going to be executed by the Python 3 interpreter. So for x in range 0 to 10, we want to loop through the numbers from 0 to 9, 10 excluded, and if the number x is greater than y, then printing them as pairs separated by a comma and space, except for the pair 8 and 9, which is printed as 89. So that is what we have. So from 0 to 7 will be printed separately. So but if x is exactly 8 or y is exactly 9, it's going to be printed as a pair, which is 89. So s prints this format x and that in a new line. So after that, we're going to do escape, shift column WQ, and exit. So I'll go ahead to run my script using this ./printcombo.py. I'll copy this and I'll paste it here. Paste, enter. So as you can see, this is the script. So after that, it's going to run this as a combo 89. And let me clear my screen. It's getting messy here. So the next one just before we push is lower. Write a function that checks for lowercase characters. Prototype def is lower and all that. So return true if C is lowercase, false, return false if otherwise. So what I'm going to do here, first I'll copy the file name again. Servo is lower copied. Then I'll come back here, do vi, and I'll paste that in. If I hit enter, so what we have here, like we have explained this. So here we are defining a function called isLower, right? We're defining a function called, so isLower is going to check if a given character is a lowercase selector by comparing it with the Unicode point to the range of lowercase selector in the Unicode table. All right, so it's going to compare that. Going to compare that if this stands for ordinal. If ordinal character, the character is greater or equal to 97 and ordinal character is less or equal to 122. Take note, we have ANSI code. Take note, ANSI code and Unicode, almost the same thing, more like a range of values in a table that you use to compare what we have. So if not this, if this return true, else return false. So basically that is what that is going to do. So at the end of the day, we do escape shift column WQ. So again, you can check if what you did is correct. So I'll just copy this from here, copy, I'll paste. I hit enter now. Awesome. So first we have to do this. We have to copy and create this file, this 7main.py. We don't have it, so you can go ahead and check with that. You know, this record is coming too low, so I'll just speed it up and we have this. Again, we have this. So what are we doing here? We want to write a function that print a string in uppercase followed by a new line. Prototype is given, and you can use more than 2 print function with string format. And again, you only use one loop in your code, so take note of that. So I'll come here and pick this up from here, pick this up, copy, do vi, right? Vi, paste, and paste that in. Again, if I hit enter, you see that already wrote this already. So in the code, I've explained this. So we are defining a function uppercase that takes a string as an input, and we have a loop, a for loop. This code takes a string as an input and convert all the lowercase letter to uppercase. So take note, it's using the ANSI value, or the one we call Unicode. There's a little difference anyway. You can Google that to find out more. So defines a function that converts lowercase letter into a given string to uppercase and print the modified string. That is what this is doing. Now take note, we have talked about this already. This is going to be printed. It's not going to be printed in a new line. That's why we have that end followed by the double quote. So I'll do escape shift column WQ to exit. So all right, you can check that again. So let me just quickly rush this down. We have the next one, right? Write a function that prints the last digit of a number, right? Print that and have that. So I'll copy this. Again, I'll run my vi. I'll paste that in and you have this. If I hit enter, so this is what I have. Basically, I'll just give a summary of this because already you know it's becoming too lengthy. So So we have the print last digit function that takes a number as parameter. So it finds the last digit, whether the number is positive or negative. So it prints it and returns the absolute value of that digit. So that is basically the summary of what we have here. It is a number, find its last digit. That's what the code is doing. Take note, number modulus 10 is going to find the remainder of this and save it in last digit. And at the end of the day, the number will be printed out, whether it's negative or positive, and the absolute value of that number will be outputted. So that's it. Escape, shift, colon, WQ. I'll save and quit. And the next one, just a few more to go. Write a function that add two integers and return the result. So I'll pick the file name here, copy and vi paste. Take note, the source code will be in the description. You can always access it from there because I'm a little bit fast. To add two integers, this is very simple. We are defining a function. We have explained this a couple of times already. Defining a function called add, and it's taking in two parameters, then return a plus b. So we want to add two numbers. Basically, that is what this is talking about. Just as simple as that. Shift column WQ. So you can run your script. You can run your script to, first you have to create a main.py file, then run your script. You should have all of this. So I've done that. I've run the previous one, so you can check with that. I'll have the next one, just a few more to go. Copy the file name, and what we are doing here, guys, we want to write a function that computes a to the power of b and return the value. So we are looking for the power of that number. So I'll do vi. I'll paste. And if I hit enter here, all right, define power. We have two variables here, a and b. Then at the end, we are returning a. This is a raised to power b exactly. That is what we have here, a raised to power b. That's what it's going to return. So we're going to do escape, shift, column, WQ. So that's just the power of number. So fizboost, write a function that prints the numbers from 1 to 100 separated by a space. For multiples of 3, print fiz. For multiples of 5, print boos. So I'll just take this, copy. Yeah, I'll paste that in. Again, okay, basically what we have here, the code is going through the numbers from 1 to 100, from 1 to 100. So the last character, which is 101, will not be part of it, and it replaces multiples of 3 with boos. If you have multiples of 3, it's going to replace it with the word boos. And if if you have multiples of 5, it's going to replace it with the word boos. Multiples of both 5 and 3 will be replaced by the word fizboost, and it's going to print the rest of the numbers as they are. So that is what we have here. Like I said, the source code will be in the description, so you can always check to have that. So shift column WQ, save and quit, and I'm out of that code. So the next one basically is sort linked list. Okay, this basically we are not writing script here, we are writing a C code here. This for C. So I'm going to explain this first. Okay, first we will create a list.h file. So you have to create a list.h file, list.h, sorry, column WQ. Yeah, list is supposed to be list.h. Okay, so this is the content of that file. If not defined, list_h define. So these are macros right? So macros guard to guard if you didn't define list, all right, define it. So include std lib.h because of certain functions which we are going to use. Uh, this part is the comment section. Then we are using structure, so we are using type dev struct. So we define sensitive variables here. So basically this should be in the list.h file. So after this, you have what's it called? Uh, write a function say that I insert a number into the sorted list. So you should have this in your main.h. So take note of that. Column WQ. So then you have another file quickly called 13 underscore number.c. So I'll copy this. I'll leave out most of the others for you to look at, but I'll leave the solutions in the source code. Yeah. Okay, so this is the file. This is the file. Okay, so this is it. This is it. Look through it. The linked list file. Okay. If it's not clear enough, we have the video on linked list, so you can go back to it. All right, so we'll make it more explain. We explain more of this there. So for the advanced tasks, I'll just solve the last one. So that we'll call this a wrap. Okay, so you can look through the others. So just pick this. Just pick this. So copy pi, paste that in.